Do you think your mom killed herself?
I know my dad didn't kill her. He loved her. So I think she must have committed suicide.
This was pretty sloppy.
Certainly unconvincing.
Or maybe very clever. Maybe the victim made it look like a phony suicide, hoping the police would suspect her husband of murder.
I beg your pardon?
This marriage was marked by a lot of anger, Doctor, if not hatred. Isn't it possible Molly Stanfield decided to check out and take her husband down in the process?
Is that what you think happened?
Or somebody else killed her, knowing the police always look to the spouse. Can you positively rule that out? That somebody else killed her? Let me put it this way. Who besides my client did you investigate?
Rest? What about my testimony?
We agreed you shouldn't testify since...
I never agreed. You agreed.
If you take the stand, your domestic assault comes into evidence.
And if I don't go up there, we have no defense.
Our case is reasonable doubt. It's burden of proof. We've already established the possibility of suicide. We've established the possibility of somebody else killing her. That's the best we can do here.
No, it isn't.
If you take the stand, you are guaranteed a guilty...
You listen to me. From my perspective, I've already bought the guilty verdict. I do not want to rest.
If you get...
I'm talking. Like you said from the start, everyone thinks I'm guilty. I'm the sick bastard who killed his pregnant wife and unborn child. Well, people need to hear from me now. My daughter needs to hear from me.
Then do it behind closed doors.
I will do it in that room. I have made a life out of being liked, Eleanor. Look at my face. Every job I've got, every woman, it's because I'm trustworthy. I'm sympathetic. I make a favorable impression.
Brad, I agree with Eleanor. You testifying would not be a good idea.
I will take that stand, and I will make a favorable impression. I will tell my story, and they will cry for me. You understand me?
We understand you perfectly. We know you love your dad very much, and he loves you. We're his lawyers, and all of his secrets are safe with us. Are you the person who poisoned your mother?
I told you I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Emma, I don't think you really want your dad to live the rest of his life in prison.
There may be a way for us to help him and to protect you at the same time. But we need to know the truth, Emma. Did you poison your mother? Can you tell us why?
She was ruining everything.
She's lying to protect me.
I don't think so.
Where is she?
She's with Tara. Listen.
I killed Molly. All right? Emma's just trying to protect me. Leave it at that.
Oh, so now you're suddenly saying that you did it? You've been protecting your daughter.
This doesn't help her. She's 10. She'll be destroyed.
She'll most definitely be destroyed if she's locked up.
That doesn't have to happen. There's probably an insanity defense. She's 10. Plus, for God's sake, if she's ever to have any chance of psychological or emotional health, she's gonna need you on the outside. You accepting guilt for her crime.
Accept guilt because I'm at fault, Eleanor. She was raised in an environment of hatred. Her mom and I fought. Emma? Whatever caused her to do this, I absolutely accept fault.
Let us try to work this out.
Just make the deal on murder too. I'll take it.
We're not allowed to do that.
As Emma's legal guardian, I am directing you to hire independent counsel for her. That you have to do.
Came from her mother's photo lab. Evidently, it's used in developing pictures.
It explains the simple suicide note written by a 10-year-old.
I need to talk to her.
I can't allow that.
Look, you're gonna have to help me out a little here, otherwise...
It's assigned to help the girl, not you. Trust me, she's not talking.
And if I were to subpoena her?
She'll plead the fifth. Unless, of course, you'd like to grant total immunity.
Well, if I can't speak to her, I have no new evidence, and therefore...
Actually, you do. Jamie and I are witnesses, as is Tara Wilson, our assistant. We heard the girl confess.
And I'm to take your word. You represent the guy.
No, actually, we would have to recuse ourselves now because we've become witnesses. Look, I pull a lot of stunts. In this trial alone, pointing the finger at the sister, it was a tactic, a part of the game. But as an officer of the court, I am here before you now, as is Jamie, telling you this was not a stunt. Brad?
You got a second?
Sure.
Emma's lawyer. Is she qualified?
Well, she was assigned by the courts. Her reputation is good.
Can you take over?
I suppose, but...
Good. I want to move quickly. I don't want her to be locked up.
She's going to be locked up. She committed murder.
Actually, she didn't, Jamie. She just said she did. All right, look. I'm embarrassed to say I haven't been truthful with you. I killed Molly. I maintained otherwise for obvious reasons. I didn't want to spend my life in jail. As the case went south, Emma and I devised a backup plan, a plan B of our own, I guess you'd call it. It involved manipulating you, getting you to think that she did it, in the hope that maybe you'd find a way to right an apparent travesty of justice, which you did. And I'm grateful. Now we need to help her. Assuming double jeopardy will prevent me from being retried, one strategy might be for me to come forward now and admit my guilt. Is that right? Do I assume correctly, Eleanor?
You killed your wife?
Yes. And I'm not proud of using my daughter to secure my freedom. Actually, you two gave me that idea. Anyway, the mission now is to fix things and get her out. So we all need to get on board. Again, I totally apologize for manipulating you. I thought that was the only way. When can we proceed?
Brad, you're gonna have to give us a little time to absorb all of this.
But let's not waste any time, okay? An innocent 10-year-old girl is in jail. We need to help her. Whatever we choose to do, by the way, it cannot involve me going to jail. That is not an option.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think I could be sick.
We need to figure out a way to take him down.
How? There's double jeopardy, privilege.
Jamie, he just used us as puppets to defraud the court. We need to take him down.